Hey, what's up guys, it's Disturbed, and today I'm going to be showing you one of the best talents in the game and how much it can really help out with your DPS when using it. This talent has a lot of misconceptions surrounding it, so I thought that I would clear those up in this video and show you guys just how amazing this talent is, so let's get right into it. So the talent that I'm raving about is Precision. I'm sure many of you have heard of it or maybe have even used it yourselves, but I'm sure a lot of you don't know exactly how it works because it doesn't blatantly explain it in the talent description. And the talent description reads, a headshot eye hostile to pulse them for 10 seconds, and then at the bottom there you can see that it says under benefits, pulse, and effects agent. Effects agent just means that it gives you the agent a buff, and then the pulse part is actually the important part. Many people would think, oh, that's lame, it just makes them glow red. That's what they think the pulse means, because that's what happens when you shoot somebody with the talent on, but it has sort of a quote-unquote hidden buff, I guess you could call it, associated with it. And that hidden buff is that it is giving you a bonus of crit chance and crit damage from the base pulse skill. What the base pulse means is that it's giving you crit chance and crit damage of the pulse skill before it was affected by your skill power. So as you can see here under the base pulse, it says I gain 12.8% crit chance and 25.6% crit damage. This is the one that I'm benefiting from, not the total. The total is just what my pulse comes out to be based on my skill power. So how do I know this for a fact? Well, as you can see here, my white damage to the body of this target dummy is 10,599, and then my crit damage is 28,192. And as you can see in my character screen here, my critical hit damage is 166%. So if I multiply my white damage by my crit damage, so 10,599 times 1.6, my answer is 17,594. And then if I add my white damage to that, so 17,594 plus the 10,599, I get 28,192. And 28,192 was my crit damage, as you can see. So this is the formula for crit damage. Now let's say that I add the base pulse stat to my crit damage and see what I get. So my white damage remains the same, so it's 10,599. But this time if I shoot the guy in the head first and then I crit him in the body, you can see my crit damage goes up to 30,842. So let's do the same formula that I showed before. So 10,599 multiplied by my crit damage plus the precision crit damage, which would be times 191%, ends up equaling 20,244. So let's add the white damage to that, so 20,244 plus 10,599 equals 30,843, which is only one number higher than what I was critting for because, the number rounded up. So what does this mean? Why does this matter? Well, first off, that extra crit damage of 25.6% was an additional 2,000 damage per hit, which doesn't sound like a lot, but going from 28k to 30k is actually a pretty noticeable difference. But besides just the crit damage, you're also benefiting from 12.8% crit chance, which is a huge number. An extra free 12.8% crit chance is just a godsend, and it can make your DPS just shoot up crazily. And with the recent changes to SMGs, with them getting crit damage instead of crit chance, having this talent will help make up for that loss. Real quick, I just want to clear this up, but there's a common misconception that if you have an additional pulse critical hit chance or critical hit damage as a skill attribute on your gear, it will affect the precision talent. This is just simply untrue. I'm not going to make you guys sit through my math again in the testing, but if you really don't believe me, feel free to test it out yourself using the formula that I mentioned before. Another thing people ask a lot is that does this talent stack with your pulse skill? So for example, let's say that I use my pulse skill and then my precision talent, will I be benefiting from both of them? The answer is no. If you're using a pulse skill, the crit damage and crit chance will be automatically higher than that of your precision talent, so it will just simply override your precision talent as if it wasn't there. So if you're in a group with somebody that has a maxed out pulse with 100% uptime, you definitely don't want to waste a talent slot using precision, because if there is the pulse up all the time, you won't be benefiting from it at all. But if there's only one or two people in your group with a pulse and they have really low skill power, like 10k or something, and it's only up half of the time, then using precision will still benefit you, because when your pulse isn't up, you'll still have a nice buff to crit chance and crit damage. This talent mostly shines in PvP due to the fact that some groups don't even run pulse, such as mine, and then if they do, gunfights can sometimes last kind of long and your pulse could easily run out before they're dead. But with precision, all you have to do is shoot them once in the head and it's up for 25 seconds, and to reapply it, all you have to do is shoot them in the head again, plain and simple. But anyways, that's pretty much all you need to know for this talent. It's absolutely amazing to use in PvP, and in PvE when your group isn't using a pulse or anything, it's definitely helpful as well. So definitely take it into consideration, because with the buff to crit chance and crit damage, it can make your DPS skyrocket. Anyways, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please drop a like and subscribe for videos similar to this one. I'll see you later, guys.